Hi everyone, I'm so glad you're here today. And first off, I'd like to say welcome to all the new folks. I don't know where you've come from, but it's great to have you here. And what I'm doing today is I am extracting an infusion that I've been making. This is cedar, which I've done before on my channel, and I have other videos, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. But basically, I have let this age over time, and now I'm just stirring it and straining it. This is jojoba oil, and it's actually jojoba and almond oil that has been infused with juniper, cedar leaves, needles and berries to get a absolutely luscious oil. And what I'm going to be doing with this is using it in a hair and body wash that I'm making for myself. And I've used this in butters and various other things, and this just seemed like something I wanted to do. And it has so many skin healthy and hair loving ingredients in it that I think this is going to be a real hit. Once I've extracted all the oil from my juniper needles and berries here, I don't throw away those wonderful ground needles there. They are wonderful in scrubs and even in some exfoliating soaps. So what I do with this is I spread it out over a clean cotton towel. And I say cotton for good reason, because they're really inexpensive and they do a fantastic job. Polyester doesn't really absorb the excess moisture and oils from the needles. And anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm going to spread it out here. Then I'm just going to roll it up in here and let it soak up any of that additional oil that's in there. And then I will store these in some vitamin E and use them in upcoming recipes. Alright, so let's move on. So in the bowl here, I already have my liquid soap, and the link to how I make that is both in the description and by clicking the I in the upper right hand corner. But I have already added my buttermilk to that. Now I just need to add my marshmallow powder and my 2 infused oils. And that is both the fir infused oil and the cedar infused oils. And I can tell you that it smells fantastic. I just love the smell. But I will be, of course, adding the other essential oils in it. And there are so many fantastic benefits to marshmallow powder, and whether it be in your potions or your washes, I just love it. And if you haven't done research on it, please do. And it's not expensive. So if you're a soap maker or you're making any type of potions or cosmetics, look into it. So after I whisk this all up, I hit it with the stick blender to really make sure everything is thoroughly incorporated. Because to this, I'm going to be adding some emulsifying wax to kind of bring all this together so we don't have a separation of the oils and the liquid soap. Because keep in mind, liquid soap is made with water, right? So we have to make sure that those things, that the oil and the water are blended, and that's what the emulsifying wax does. And this is one area where you can't use beeswax, at least not successfully. So I'm going to get that done, and then we're going to get this poured in some bottles. I actually realized, probably after you realized, that I need a larger container, so I'm moving this to a larger measuring bowl before I move forward. So now I'm adding my very, very hot emulsified wax. Yes, I got it real. The container is very hot. And I'm just incorporating this into everything else, to the soap and to the oils. And again, I will do this both with the whisk and then the stick blender. And next I bottled this up. I first put this all in a 16-ounce jar, and then I decided to put it in 4 8-ounce jars. Yes, I made 32 ounces or 4 cups. And instead of doing 2 big bottles, I stopped and decided to do 4 smaller bottles, as you see in the photograph. So that's it, everyone. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed this. And I love using this, by the way. It works very well. It suds up fantastic, and it gets my hair very clean without stripping it, and leaves it moisturized. And with old gray hair like mine, that really is helpful. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a terrific day, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Goodbye.